In the early 15th century, France was a kingdom on the brink of collapse. Decades of war with England, known as the 100 Years' War, had left the country divided and demoralized. It was during this time of crisis that an unlikely figure would emerge, a teenage girl from a small rural village, whose conviction and courage would alter the course of French history. Joan of Arc, or Jeanne d'Arc, was born around 1412 in the village of Domremy, located in northeastern France. She was the daughter of Jacques and Isabelle d'Arc, modest farmers of the peasant class. From an early age, Joan was known for her deep piety and strong moral character. She had no formal education and could neither read nor write, but her understanding of the Catholic faith was profound for someone of her background. At the age of 13, Joan began to experience what she described as divine visions. She claimed that saints, Michael the Archangel, Saint Catherine, and Saint Margaret, appeared to her, guiding her with a singular, extraordinary mission: to drive the English from French soil and ensure the coronation of the rightful heir, Charles VII, as King of France. By the age of 16, Joan's determination had intensified. She traveled to Vaucouleurs, a nearby town still loyal to Charles, and convinced the local commander to escort her to the royal court. Despite widespread skepticism, Joan's charisma, conviction, and reported knowledge of private information convinced Charles and his advisors to grant her an audience. After a formal examination by theologians, she was deemed sincere and mentally sound. In 1429, Joan was provided with a suit of armor and placed at the head of a relief army, despite her lack of military training. Her first major military engagement was the Siege of Orléans, a critical turning point in the war. The city had been under siege by English forces for several months. Under Joan's leadership, and with her unwavering belief in divine support, the French launched a series of bold assaults. Within 9 days, the English were forced to retreat. The liberation of Orléans marked a significant and symbolic victory, elevating Joan to national prominence. Joan's presence reinvigorated the French army and inspired a wave of momentum. She played a key role in the campaign, leading to the coronation of Charles VII in Reims Cathedral, the traditional site for crowning French kings. On July 17, 1429, Charles was anointed king, with Joan standing proudly nearby. This fulfilled one of her primary objectives and further validated her divine mission in the eyes of many. However, Joan's influence was not universally welcomed. As political tensions deepened, she found herself increasingly sidelined by royal advisors. In May 1430, while attempting to defend the town of Compiègne from a Burgundian assault, she was captured and handed over to the English. Joan was imprisoned and put on trial for heresy, witchcraft, and cross-dressing, the latter a reference to her wearing male military attire for protection. The trial, held in Rouen, was led by pro-English clergy and was highly irregular by legal standards of the time. Despite intense interrogation, isolation, and threats of execution, Joan remained firm in her testimony, insisting that her voices were from God and that her mission was righteous. On May 30th, 1431, at the age of 19, Joan of Arc was condemned and burned at the stake. Her execution was witnessed by hundreds, and her ashes were scattered in the Seine River to prevent the collection of relics. Though her life ended in tragedy, the story of Joan did not end there. In 1456, a posthumous retrial ordered by Pope Calixtus III, often referred to as the nullification trial, declared Joan innocent of all charges. She was officially recognized as a martyr. Over the centuries, Joan of Arc became a symbol of French unity, patriotism, and faith. She was canonized as a saint by the Catholic Church in 1920 and remains one of the most revered figures in both religious and military history. Her legacy transcends time. A peasant girl who rose to command armies, challenge kings, and shift the fate of a nation, not through force, but through unshakable belief and purpose. Joan of Arc is remembered not only as a heroine of France, but as a global icon of courage, conviction, and sacrifice.
I walk through the fire with shadows at my heels. The cries of the broken were louder than steel, but I held the line with nothing but hope and a name. They counted on me, so I rose through the pain. I stand for the light when the night's closing in. I fight for the hearts of the ones I defend. No glory, no crown, just the strength deep inside to hold back the dark with nowhere to hide. I've bled for the silence when heroes are gone, but I won't stop walking till my people are strong. For every last child, for the love they still show, I carry the burden so they'll never know. I stand for the light when the cold winds rise. I burn like a flame through the fear and the light. No legends will speak, no statues will rise, but I am their shield, I am their sky.
If you believe her story should be told, share this video and keep her legacy alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more untold stories of our history.